Hello, hello, hello. What up, everybody? Hope y'all are doing well today, and welcome to the Sounds and Sights show. I was going to say daily show, but I don't know if it's going to be quite daily yet. But we're working on it. We're figuring it out. We're doing things, and we're just going with the flow. One of the things that I specifically changed since my initial episode yesterday was I cranked the shit out of my mic, and hopefully it sounds nice and loud for you guys, as I noticed that when I went from one video to the next, it just didn't sound as robust as this microphone and a little bit of processing with my UAD chain should. In fact, I can show you that real quick if you'd like to see. This is my chain. And I don't actually use this for like my real recording. I pretty much use this exclusively for cranking the fucking shit out of my vocals here on live streams. So, I have a Neve 1073, but this is off. I actually have a real Neve 1073. I know I'm going to screw this up, but, right here, it's a Neve 1073 SPX. So it's not like a vintage Neve or anything like that, but it sounds, in my opinion, pretty goddamn good. And what else do I got? I got an 1176 with honestly I could probably blah 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 blah. I could probably take away a little bit of the release time, make it feel a little bit more natural. So slow attack, fast release, basically just kind of letting all the transients through in my voice, making it sound, kind of immediate in your face. But if I wanted it to sound a little smoother, maybe I would have an attack time that's a little bit quicker and have it kind of mush the transients and have everything be just flowing together. But let's have it be a little closer to regular speech. Got a Pultec, which basically, open up, you fucking asshole. Just crank in the low end, crank in the high end, no regard, no remorse, don't give a fuck. A de-esser, slapping 10, 15 decibels of gain. So I really hate S's. They bug the shit out of me. So I don't want you to have to deal with them either. So yeah. And then finally, I don't have a limiting plugin. So I actually just I just used the legacy version of the LA2A on limit mode. So it's essentially a limiter. So hopefully, I don't know. I mean, I'm looking at the meter and it's looking like it's basically on the verge of clipping. So, oh shit. I'll try not to talk too loud. In fact, maybe I'll turn the volume down ever so slightly. Okay. But anyway, let's get into what I really wanted to talk about today. So as always, welcome. And some days things just don't go entirely to plan. And today was one of those days. I had an extremely busy work day, and I, for once, prioritized my social life, or what little that I have, and decided to get lunch with a friend. And it honestly it was really nice just being able to go and talk to another human being about, and we talked about music stuff, talked about, just kind of, everything. But anyway, all that aside, I had this lovely list of things that I wanted to do today, which included, right now I don't have a thumbnail for these videos, which, why am I so off center? It's bugging me. There we go. Which I really want to have, because when people see me, I want it to be, I want that first impression to be awesome. Like, I am a musician, but I also creativity and artistry is present in everything. It's present in your album covers. It's present in your thumbnails on YouTube. Like, all of these things are just opportunities to express yourself and express what you want to say. And I want to say that, hey, I'm a person. You can see me. I stream live and I talk about music stuff. So the artistic challenge is, how do I create this tiny ass little thumbnail as something that represents that? It's like taking a song. It's taking the story of a song and figuring out, okay, well, I have this whole story. How do I condense it down into a few lyrics, into a few chords to make it impactful? So it's the same thing, you know. If you look at anything as a creative challenge, you'll find a lot of creative challenges. And trust me, you don't use up gas on creativity. The more gas you give out, the more you get back. That's a quote from like Maya Angelou, I believe. It's like, you can't use up creativity. The more you use, the more you have. You start to learn creativity, learn creative lessons that you can apply to music from things that weren't even music related. So you could be doing fucking taking out the trash, or and be inspired by something. You can be making a thumbnail and being like, wow, like being, condensing everything down into something so simple. Maybe I'll make a song idea out of that. The simple things. Maybe I'll write a song that's like, or maybe I'll create a production that's incredibly minimal. So, there's lessons to be learned from almost anything if you view the world that way. So I choose to view the world in a way where I feel inspired. And that makes me feel good. So that's what I do. But anyway, all that aside, this was one of the few tasks that I did not get to do today, for real. I may do it after this, but it's already almost 10 o'clock and I haven't done it. So that's a bit of a bummer. Along with, I have probably more videos I could possibly edit in like a week, because I've been streaming a lot. I've been doing a lot. I've been recording. I record all my sessions no matter what. I stream most of them live. The only ones that I haven't really streamed live yet are like my raw vocal sessions where I'm like going through, but I'm going to do that too at some point. So don't worry. Oh yeah. One thing, implementing Restream. I only right now stream on YouTube, but it's like, if you can get your music on Spotify, on Apple Music, on places where people who listen to music are, put yourself there. If you're starting out, and I'm starting out for all intents and purposes, I'm starting at the ground floor. So my responsibility is to put my art, which is this show, in front of people in the way where it makes sense, in the place that they are bound to accept it and to see it, which is streaming platforms. I'm streaming, so I should probably put it on different streaming platforms. So Restream, I think, basically just takes your stream and publishes it out to like Twitch, Facebook, which apparently is making kind of a comeback. I was watching some Gary Vee video, and like I think it was from like a few months ago, so pretty recently as far as like social media trends are concerned, but he was really going hard on saying like, hey, like Facebook actually has an audience. Like Facebook pages are coming back in like a weird way. Don't know why, but they are. So maybe that's something that I'll think about and that you should think about. The other thing that I didn't get to do today is, so I'm doing a cover for a song called Duality. In my initial recordings, I had done a song. I just finished up a song previously called Faith. And for those recordings, I did them well enough where I didn't need to re-record all of them. I could have, but I didn't. But for this song, I think I just need to bite the bullet and re-record them. So I might get the help of a studio just to make this thing go faster, because I just can't afford, mental capacity wise, to totally re-record and revisit all of these things. Like, I want the help of somebody for this song, and it's an awesome enough song that it deserves that extra time and attention. So I'm not even breaking my rule, but I'm saying this song, it needs a thing to be what I think it should be. Even, yeah, it just needs it. So anyway, all those great things I got to do none of. So they will be going in the queue for tomorrow. And I'm going to wake up a little bit earlier. It's so fucking hard to wake up early. Anyway, so yeah, as I said, didn't get to do much of that today. Work was very busy. So other things that I did today, went to the eye doctor. Honestly, this was just kind of notes to myself. We don't have to go through this, but yeah, I didn't like my left eye is above average. Like I have 20/20 or better vision. And then my right eye, fucking trash. Doesn't have, it's like 20/80 or some, like at the verge of me having to tell the Department of Transportation that I need to legally wear glasses. I'm at the border. I'm not there quite there yet. So if you see me driving without glasses, don't be a snitch. And what else? Oh yeah. So I was thinking about, but you know, this doesn't have anything to do with the music. This is just a window into my personality real quick, but, it's kind of fucked up, but in a very vain way, I was actually like not disappointed, but kind of enthused when the possibility of glasses got brought up, because I actually I kind of like the way that I look in glasses. I've never had a reason to wear them because my vision is good, but I always just kind of liked the look. So now it's kind of in that good space where I could wear them if I wanted to. I don't have to, which is nice. So if I like needed to go scuba diving or some shit like that where I couldn't have glasses, I could do it. But, you know, if I just wanted to, you know, feel a vibe and let my eyeball relax while also looking fly, then I could choose to do that. So that's pretty dope. So I was looking at glasses today. So many people that I look up to have had these Tom Ford glasses, the ones with the T, even like producers, you know, like AO, like fucking, I'm pretty sure it's some, maybe they're like Cartier frames or something like that, but like a bunch of musical stars that I know and respect have had these glasses, in addition to just like celebrities, which is, you know, stupid, but I fucking love Brad Pitt. Let it be known. And when he wore these glasses, I was just like, damn, I fucking love that look. So I started Googling a little bit, and interestingly enough, it wasn't surprising. Like Tom Ford is kind of like, that brand is huge. And it's just cool. Like I see, you know, people that run fashion magazines in New York or wherever, and they have these glasses, and there's just some, and you know, they're just glasses, but there's some air about it that is just cool, and I dig that. But anyway, so I actually watched an interview with Tom Ford, and he is a very eloquent dude, just very well spoken. It's pretty obvious that he's a smart guy. But one of the things that he said kind of resonated with me on like a musical level. But here, check this out.
So I get really excited. What I actually don't like to see.
So what he's responding to is the question from the interviewer, which was, when you see people out in the street and they're wearing your clothes, you know, do you like that? Do you get like, thinking that they can't pull it off? Like what's your reaction to seeing people wear your clothes? Which is interesting, because I felt like that was an analogy for, if you're a musician, like, what is it like hearing you know, going down the street and hearing somebody play your song on the radio? So I'm always just comparing things to music. But anyway, listen to his answer.
Feel the best version. So you can't wear this because you don't look at it. Or it's about giving other people pleasure and making them feel the best versions of themselves. So I get really excited. What I actually don't like to see is when they're wearing it head to toe, the way I've shown it on a runway. Surprisingly, I don't like that, because I like when people have their own sense of style and they take what you do and they integrate it, and it becomes part of who they are, rather than, I always feel a little sad when I see people decked out, because I think, oh, she doesn't really know who she is. She's just buying, or he, just buying a look right off and they don't really know who they are.
And that rang true to me as well as a musician, and finding my own style, you know, taking what he mentioned about taking something that might be part of a style, you know, you take like you have so like, let's say a traditional metal song, is somebody walking down the runway. So everything fits the way, like everything is Tom Ford, everything is metal, and it fits the genre perfectly. But what I do and what I aspire to is to take the little pieces of that outfit, of that genre, and bring them over to me in a way that fits my style and what I see in the world. So that resonated super fucking hard with me, because I think that's what it's about. Like, when you're starting out, when I was starting out, I just straight up ripped off artists. When I first released an EP, it was something like I literally stole melodies from The Weeknd and maybe tweaked them by like a note. Yeah, just straight up plagiarism. But that's how you got to start, because then you start learning what things you like, what things you don't like, what things hit you a certain way. And you are so unique. Like, I am unique. You are unique. That what hits you, might differ. And even the combinations of things that hit you. Like for me, like weird fucking things hit me, which is why my music is so unique, or at least I think. It's like if I could take like the Corey Taylor scream, so heavy sound. If I could take the kind of like whispery vocals from Justin Bieber in The Weeknd, whispery vocals from Justin Bieber, the really quick falsetto from The Weeknd, if I could take the tear out sounds from Marouda, however you pronounce it, and then also with like the melodic nature of like, color bass. Like that in my mind is right now like what the fuck hits me. But it's bits and pieces of everything. It's not one outfit. It's taking the coolest, my favorite parts and turning it into my own style. So anyway, me and Mr. Ford agree that life is about, and create, the style is about taking things that you like and putting them back out into the world in the way that hits you right as an individual. So anyway, I didn't even so man, we got a lot to talk about today. One of the things that I wanted to go over right quick was I reached out to this company called Gick Acoustics. I'm going to say Gick. Acoustics, GIK Acoustics. And I had asked for help. I had sent them pictures of my studio. This isn't my real studio. This is Platinum Sounds in New York City. Awesome studio. But that's not my home studio. My home studio is I'll show it to you. Fuck it, I'll show it to you now. So I got some treatment. I got some lights. I got some shit. I got some guitars. I got I got some hardware here. So it's a good studio. I love it. It's my baby. But it needs more acoustic treatment. When I go into louder vocals like screams, I can hear the walls. I can hear the reflections, and it makes me sad. So what I did was I reached out and check it out. So I got a whole bunch of game from Mike Major at GIK Acoustics. So I'm not going to read this entire thing, but these are the types of things that I'm going to put on my website, sounds-sites.com. It's not quite live yet, but it's just going to be a knowledge base of everything that I do, everything that I, all the info that I have. But basically, the long and short of what he mentioned here was the fact that the ceiling above me is a big untreated surface, and that's kind of like priority number one in terms of making my room sound better. I also don't have any treatment in front of me or in back. So literally the only things that have a treatment right now are the sides, which is great. It's fully treated, wall to, floor to ceiling, but the back needs to be treated. and especially the corners too. And he actually mentioned, since I sent him the photo of the room, because I literally took photos of every single side of the room, he mentioned moving. See, maybe this is like an urban myth, but I thought that the speakers were not supposed to be near walls. But apparently, but he mentioned, he was like, yeah, put them basically right up against the wall. So I don't know. But I'm listening to the expert, you know. Who am I going to trust? You know, somebody who clearly does this day in and day out, or, you know, some YouTuber, you know. I'm that YouTuber, but not really, because I'm giving you guys the real shit. But anyway, so yeah, I'm very excited. It ended up being expensive, you know. His estimate for like the treat the room right was $1,860, so a skosh under $2,000. And then he kind of gave me like an alternative if I just wanted to spend $1,000, which ended up being a little over $1,000 with shipping. So essentially, I wonder if I can like link this. Bookmark. Yeah. Need overhead cloud. 3 units, he said. And then like corner bass traps, and then some like more bass traps behind me, which makes sense. You know, yeah, that makes sense to me. I knew the ceiling was an issue. So it's good to hear that at least I was somewhat on track. But anyway, I think that's all for today. You know, I've talked about this a bunch in the past, but, you know, things aren't going to go right all the time. You know, I mean, I was genuinely looking forward to all these things today. Like I really wanted I wanted to create a thumbnail. I wanted to edit some videos because I haven't posted TikTok in a few days. You know, I want to put these streams to everywhere, but, you know, it just wasn't, you know, it didn't go to plan today, but that's okay. We're going to restart tomorrow and we'll get our shit on track. So, I'll let you know. I'll be honest. If I wake up early tomorrow, I'm really going to try. You know what? Fuck that. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. You hear it on record here. I'm going to wake up early and I'm going to get this shit done. So anyway, cool. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. You know, my only goal here is just to walk you through what I do so that you can take what you need. You know, this is your Tom Ford moment to take what you see that I'm doing that's interesting or that might be helpful for you and integrate it yourself. Steal it, take it, do whatever you need with it. Honestly, that's the whole purpose of this show, of me doing this right now. So anyway, until next time, rock on.